everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Aishwarya. In case you are new, welcome to this amazing community. And if you are already a part of this beautiful family, I am forever grateful for your presence. I hope you are doing really well. You are feeling positive. I know this is the Mercury retrograde, so a lot from the past is going to come up. A lot of us will feel pulled down. This is temporary, and it is a time for you to go within, reflect, make plans, and then possibly execute them when the Mercury retrograde is over, okay, which will be around 24th or 25th of April. But that is not why we are here. We are here to talk about your future spouse, all about them, who they are, where do they live, what do they do for a living, okay, what kind of a person they are, their personality, nature, their thoughts and outlook towards life, your connection with your spouse, okay. So we are going to talk about it in detail. I love doing these readings, to connect with your energy and to know the kind of person you are attracting and will get married to. It's absolutely amazing. So please keep in mind, this is a general and timeless reading. So if something doesn't resonate, it doesn't feel like your story, don't claim it, okay? It could be a message for another individual. A lot of people are watching this, so it may not be your story completely. Use your intuition as a compass to receive these messages, all right? So we have two groups and these hearts on them. Close your eyes, relax, and then choose the heart you are most drawn to. You can pause the video if you like, and if you would like to watch both the groups, you are more than welcome to do that. If you love what I do, if this resonates, show some love, like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you, and personal readings are available. Now, if you would like to catch up with a personal session with me, all the information is in the description of this video. Alright, so let's get to know your spouse. Hello Group 1, if you chose the heart with angel wings and the halo, welcome to your reading. So today we are going to talk about your future spouse, all about them, who they are, what do they do, where do they live, what kind of a person they are, their outlook towards life, your connection, even the smallest detail which is going to come up, whatever you need to know about them. Alright, your future spouse has a very positive aura. I'm hearing they could be born in October, and they have a really colorful personality. They are playful, and perhaps they have not had to struggle too much in their life. So loss, difficulties, failures, your spouse is not well versed with it. They lead a comfortable life, financial stability, supportive family, great friendships. Yeah, they could be born into wealth. I feel they are fortunate and blessed because good opportunities and rewards come to them pretty easily. They are loved by God. This person is talkative as well as intuitive. They could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or they live somewhere near the water, near a water body, the coastal areas. They have a serene look to them, like they don't get phased out. And it seems they have it under control. They lead a balanced life, but a lot goes beneath the surface. Yeah, it's not that they have a lot of money, so they are reckless and arrogant, or they try to undermine people, show off their wealth. It's not like that. I'm hearing they're fast thinkers, and they make really good plans That's why they do not have to face resistance or deal with conflicting situations, because their physical and mental coordination works well in their favor. And if our heart and mind is in the same place, there's clarity in thought and action. So they don't end up doubting their decisions and actions, or having second thoughts about the intent to pursue something. So they're pretty sorted. They value people, never fails to show their little acts of care and thoughtfulness, which tremendously impresses people when they meet your spouse. Okay? They are sensible, mature, they are compassionate. They have a benevolent presence. They surely connect with animals. They could have pets. They are the kind of person who would stop to help strangers on the road, especially if somebody is in distress. Or you will notice people who are lost, okay, or they have lost something, lost their money, their wallet, they were mugged, or they don't know the direction, they are unaware of their surrounding. If somebody can't find their loved ones in the crowd, those people, they somehow find your partner, or they are drawn to your spouse. And your spouse will be more than happy to help them out. Your spouse, they look innocent, and the way they talk, it's gentle and respectful. They listen, and probably they talk slowly and softly. I think their behavior and mannerisms are enough to let you know they are a keeper. They could be religious. Their values, their culture, traditions are important to them. They have been brought up in a loving household, and it truly shows from the way they are. Okay? Their parents get along very well. It's a functional household, so their gentleness and sensitive side, along with the ability to understand people, they get that from their family. And it's not an act. They're not faking it. It's just that they're charming and attractive naturally. They don't have to do much to get attention. Approaching your spouse, connecting with them, doesn't feel like a lot of effort. They could also have heavy earth placements in their birth chart. Particularly, I'm hearing their sun sign could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I also feel they are really conscious of the environment. They are an activist or an advocate. They could be vegetarian, or they use organic products. They try to stay away from chemicals and preservatives. Homemade remedies or traditional food is what they are fond of. They also really like dolphins. I don't know, for some of you I'm hearing, they live at a place where they can see dolphins regularly. Like if they go to the beach, or if they go out in the water, they can see dolphins. I also feel maybe they stay away from alcohol, smoking, drugs. For some of you, they work for an organization which helps to protect the environment, or they volunteer for such a cause. They have to frequently travel for work, or this could be like a field trip, okay, going to various departments or branches. It's not a regular office job. They have to go to different locations, or maybe they constantly keep moving to new cities or to new states. They know a lot about people, different cultures and cuisines. They love hiking, camping, going to the park, and especially greenery is what sort of heals them and makes them feel alive and calm, soaking up the sun, brightness. This is somebody who goes to bed early, they wake up on time. I'm seeing a curvy woman, lighter skin tone, long hair. It could be blonde or light colored hair. It's roughly tied in a bun. She surely has a scarf wrapped around her neck, green, hazel or light brown eyes, small lips. She could have dimples for some of you, okay? taller than average, keeping in mind their race and background. Maybe she likes to cover her head like this. Yeah, I'm also saying she likes to wear jackets and trousers. I'm somehow getting a very European look. So she could be from that part of the world. Minimum jewelry or accessories or makeup. I'm seeing a monochromatic outfit. Not too flashy or loud. Yeah, she has 2 brothers. This is a message for somebody if you are looking for confirmation. This is your message. Whoever your spouse is, they love going to music festivals and concerts, listening to music, watching movies. They could even write songs, or they are a trained singer. Your spouse follows moderation. They practice self-control. They're not indulgent at all. They have learned not to be obsessed, or they keep their addictive habits in check. Thinking too much, or eating a lot, or just being focused on their career. They like to invest their energy in limited amounts. Okay? And I feel this is a good thing. Not too active on social media or reliant on it. I'm seeing a tall man with tan skin, curly hair a bit long, sharp facial features, thick eyebrows. They like to wear hats or caps, an expensive watch. They mostly wear shirts, okay? Royal blue could be their favorite color. They really look young because of their physique. They like to wear rings, bracelets, or a chain maybe. They're fond of those fashionable sunglasses. They certainly have a few of those stylish sunglasses, okay? Yeah, it makes them more attractive. You will also see them wearing a polo t-shirt a lot. They may love polo t-shirts. A wonderfully neat look is what they sport. And you will surely notice them if they're around you. You will check them out. Yeah, I'm also hearing they look great when they wear traditional outfits. Something which is a part of their culture. Some of you are going to meet them for the first time when they are wearing a traditional outfit. For instance, to just give you an example, because I come from India, so the traditional Indian outfit. This is just an example. That's what came to me, but it could be something similar. This man gets a lot of attention from the ladies, alright? It may seem they're always surrounded by women. They are flirty, but to be fair, you can have an actual conversation with them. And they're super friendly, okay? So they are a good listener. They make friends easily. And a lot of women like intelligent men, right? And if you want to know about your wife, I feel she has admirers, but she is a bit reserved and may come off as intimidating. So people do not usually go up to her in the first instance. It takes time and courage to build up the confidence to go and talk to your wife. But once they do, they are flawed. Okay? You know, guys, I feel you are going to meet your spouse at a time when they will go through massive changes in their life. They could have started a new job, moved to a new place, a change in location. They could be dealing with some sort of crisis. Someone's health in the family could be their concern, or some sort of a court case, or maybe related to divorce or child custody, a bit of financial loss, or they have to change their plans for the future, putting something on hold to deal with this crisis. So they are going to be busy figuring out a way to make this easier for themselves. This almost feels like the beginning of a new chapter. They are being redirected to a new path because it leads them to you. Yeah, you may end up meeting during this time. So for 70% of you, you are going to work together in some capacity on a new project. The company could be your client, so you will have to work in close quarters. You could be business partners, or you meet at a seminar, conference, a meeting. I'm hearing alumni meet. So you could be from the same school or university. Work is truly going to be hectic for your person, and they are pretty hard working. For someone, I'm hearing they even have awards, trophies, and certificates which they have received for their work. They will be known for their skill and knowledge, especially in their industry, for the kind of work they do. If they are an architect, they will be a renowned one. They are going to design important buildings in the city. That's the energy I'm getting. They could be in the law and administrative department, defense, works for the government. They absolutely enjoy reading books. I'm hearing they collect something which may seem bizarre to you. Collecting fancy cups or pens or maybe books. I'm also getting some form of rock or stone as an artifact or jewelry. Yeah, so whenever they visit a new place, they collect some form of rock which is found in that place, okay, like a souvenir. Or I'm hearing soaps, okay, so different kind of soaps. They like to collect them. Wow. I'm also hearing they're particular about their documents and paperwork, doing their taxes, maintaining the credit score, documents related to banks or health reports, any sort of legal or financial paper. They're going to take care of it. Okay, absolutely good decision-making ability, because they have a tendency to make a pros and cons list and read everything carefully before investing. Not really an impulsive buyer or investor who can easily be tempted by alluring offers, discounts on the products, okay? You will have a way of communicating with each other, and it's all about being honest. They will not hesitate to confront or debate with you, yet trying to honor your feelings and understanding your point of view. Not the kind of person who likes to hide it under the carpet. They would love to resolve the conflict. I'm hearing quick level ups. So I feel in their life, they manage to climb the ladder of success at a much faster pace. They don't have to struggle too much or put in a lot of effort. Their ideas, their visions and plans receive positive reviews because they are a detail-oriented human being, and that's why it's meticulously thought out. Okay? And people appreciate whatever they do. They're good at their work. Well, group 2, I strongly feel they have a big family. Even the aunts and uncles or their cousins are close. They may all live in the same city or really close by, so they don't miss their family dinners, functions, get-togethers or outings. You know, it could be a tradition to meet once every month or so to sort of catch up and spend some family time together. And it is going to be really sweet because the way they are connected to their family, I don't think you are. Okay? You may have a dysfunctional family. You are not close to your aunts or uncles, or they are not supportive. For some of you, you don't even speak to them. So, being with their family is going to heal your family wounds. Alright? Your spouse is certainly competitive. They like challenges. It helps them push their boundaries, their limits, and sometimes you may feel they go overboard trying to experiment with everything. They are organized, focused, disciplined, and extremely active. So sometimes you will have to help them put their foot down, okay? They will learn to relax and break their routine at times to simply enjoy life. Okay, so their date of birth could be 4, 5, 14, 13, 15, 17, 7, or the 31st, or something about 9 weeks from now, from whenever you view this. Okay, number 9 is important here. It could be their life path number, or maybe they're born in September, or their date of birth. You could meet in September. Alright, so on that note, I would like to end your reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this and if this resonates, do let me know in the comment section. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new. I would love for you to be a part of this amazing community. I will see you in the next reading. I'm sending lots of love and light to you. Take care. Hello group 2, if you chose this heart, welcome to your reading. So today we are going to talk about your future spouse. Who is this person? Where do they live? What do they do for a living? Their personality, their nature, their thoughts, what kind of a human being they are, okay, their outlook towards life. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see what we have. Alright, so it's clear they are trustworthy. You can totally depend on them. They don't run away from their problems. They like to face it head on. And I think you need to know this because a majority of you have been in relationships or dated people who would not take responsibility or be accountable for their actions. They would blame you or break up with you at the earliest sign of difficulties. Okay, so you should not worry about that. I'm hearing they abide by their words and keep their promise. And that's a big statement. Yeah. Spirit wants you to know that you can truly trust this person. They make their own decisions and allow others to be guided by their heart and mind when making a choice. They will not interfere unless you ask them to. Are not somebody who would constantly try to shelter you from everything, giving advice or suggestions all the time, or being involved in your business. So they like their own space and they like to give others the freedom to live their life on their own terms. Your spouse is extremely independent, sort of like they don't feel lonely if they are single. Or if they have been single for a long time, they don't feel like they're missing out on something. Okay? Yeah. So when you are truly independent in your life, your financial status is good, or physically you feel good about yourself, and emotionally you have healed your issues, you are not bothered about it, you have made peace with whatever has been making you feel burdened, that's when most of you will meet your spouse. You will organically attract them. They could be an air sign or heavy air placements in their natal chart. For some of you, I'm hearing they live in a mountainous region, very close to hills and mountains, or that could be their favorite place to visit. Okay? Climbing mountains, going for treks. You know, I feel when you meet them for the first time, you will feel safe. No butterflies or nervousness, and you will be intrigued because you don't usually trust people instantly. But you won't doubt them for even 1 second. Your spouse loves some sort of thrill or adventure. So, you know, they like to go on those theme parks, okay, different sort of rides, or like water parks. Yes, they participate in a lot of adventure sports, or maybe outdoor activities like river rafting, bungee jumping, paragliding, you name it. There's a very high chance they would have done it at least once. Your spouse is a big dreamer, and they try their best to make their dreams come true. They are confident, courageous, extrovert, adventurous, and they dance to the tune of their own songs. Kind of rebellious, okay, or stubborn at times, not following rules, not taking orders from anyone. They could be the black sheep of the family. They don't feel like they have to be in a good space with everybody. They are okay if people don't like them. They may come from a well-to-do family or maybe a renowned family. Their parents could be influential people, or maybe their grandfather. They could all be doctors or maybe politicians. Okay? So your spouse has received their education from the best school and university, maybe even in a different country. I'm seeing somebody who has a rich lifestyle. Okay? Foreign trips, going to high-end bars, restaurants, clubs, something about winning awards for a sport like golf or tennis when they were younger. For someone, I'm hearing they have a few restaurants or like hotels in a few places. Okay, so that could be a family business. So that is a message for somebody. Your spouse is really fashionable. They like to buy expensive things. They have money and they're not stingy with it. They spend money on their near and dear ones, especially if somebody is struggling and they need financial assistance. So your spouse is going to step up. They also like to give presents, plan parties in these restaurants probably, and just making people feel special. Not everybody, just the ones they love. And that's how they show how much they care and value these people in their life. They're also really romantic. They would know how to win your heart. Their actions and words will automatically melt your heart. I'm hearing they wear a particular perfume of a really big brand, and you will love the way they smell. So maybe you have a strong sense of smell, so you will be attracted towards your spouse because of their perfume. Something about their home, you know, like their home is spacious and it's huge. You will see a lot of colors, especially flowering plants or flowers will add a pop of colors to their massive house. I have no idea who this is, but I'm seeing a bungalow or mansion, an independent house. And for a really small percentage of you, I'm seeing an apartment. Yeah, it's not cramped, a posh apartment. I'm seeing they could be in 2 long-term relationships before you meet. So when you two will come together, they would know how to nurture a relationship, how to be fair, the kind of adjustments that's needed to be with somebody. With you, they will be far more gentle and patient, but they're not generally like that. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or maybe impulsive, always in a haste. So when they have to decide something, it's usually fast. Their patience runs out quickly, and they want to see results right away. But with you in a relationship, I feel they would have learned from their past relationship that it's important not to be petty. Okay? Maturity and the habit of letting go is the key to sustaining a relationship. Staying calm can do wonders. Okay? So this is a wise man or woman. If this is a man, this man loves to experiment with his hair, not just the style, but they would love to enjoy going from blonde to black and then again blonde in no time. They are tall, green, blue or gray eyes. They love wearing jackets, blazers. I'm seeing a religious symbol as their tattoo, or maybe a spiritual mantra or a symbol like the yin-yang symbol or an infinity symbol, a phoenix, a mantra. They have an amazing body. They go to the gym regularly. They are consistent with this. They try to incorporate the latest fashion in their everyday life. They really love technology. You will find all kinds of devices and gadgets. For somebody, they have 2 or 3 dogs. One of them is a golden retriever. You could be a dog lover too, and maybe you want to know their preference, whether they love dogs or they're allergic to them. So this is a message for you. Group 2, your spouse is well aware of what they need to improve in themselves. They would easily apologize if they realize it's their fault. Some of you will date for a year before getting married. If your spouse is a woman, I don't see a big height difference. Your body structure is almost alike. If you are a lean person, they would be the same. In fact, for some of you, your features could be quite similar, like the color of your eye or the construction of your nose, your fingers, the texture of your hair, or maybe a few of your habits. For example, both of you have restless leg syndrome, or you don't like cold temperatures, it makes you sick. You may easily develop allergies in winter. It makes you physically sick. Maybe both of you can't handle spicy food. Things like that. I'm seeing this woman loves to wear jewelry, accessories and makeup. They curate the perfect look for every occasion. Yeah, they could be from the fashion industry, like a stylist or a designer, has a good skincare routine. But your spouse will certainly be a family-oriented person. They will prioritize their family and be there whenever needed. You will be extremely connected as a family unit. Maybe they would like to have kids right away. I'm seeing a strong emotional bond, and your spouse will truly accept you the way you are. They will inspire you to embrace the darker parts of you and not worry about how the world perceives you. Okay? You two are spiritually connected. Strong soul ties. You will feel a sense of familiarity because they are your soulmate. You can see the 2 galaxies colliding. So individually, you are 2 very different people. Your personality, thoughts, values are different. But once you come together, you transform and absorb each other's energy. Okay? I feel you could meet through social media, dating apps, or social media platforms. One of their good quality is that they do not have the tendency to control everything. They like to go with the flow. They are adjustable, so it's easier for them to switch to something else, personally as well as professionally. They can easily change their opinions, their plans, their stance, okay, to deal with a particular situation or to go wherever life takes them. Leo energy, hope, positivity, everything out in the open. They don't stress about most things in their life. They know it is going to work out. And that is what makes them a wonderful manifester. They live their life knowing everything is going to work out, not just thinking about their next quest. They are confident. They like to keep themselves busy when they are not working. It's not just Netflix and chill. They have a varied range of interests and hobbies which they like to pursue, mostly outdoor activities. I also feel they are quite entertaining. They have a good sense of humor. For someone I'm hearing, they can't keep a secret. In fact, they are going to share news or information which is not necessarily related to you, or it's of no use to you, but they are going to tell you about it anyway. Apparently, they enjoy talking to you. This is the sort of person who will enjoy their success and growth in their professional life with a small celebration, alright? And this may turn into a ritual to commemorate the victory, the small victories. Your connection will have love, spark, warmth, a sense of belonging. I'm also hearing they could have farm lands or farm animals, maybe multiple house or property. Yes, financial security. Of course, it is going to make your life easier, and that's what they strive for. You will lead a good life. This person could have more than one source of income, shares in the family business, or investment in stocks, or dairy farming, a few houses which they could rent. I feel they could be older than you. I'm seeing somebody who is 7 or 10 years older, maybe more. They feel secure with themselves, and that's why you will feel secure with them. They are not a dominating man or woman, although they are much more connected to their masculine side in terms of being driven, taking matters into their hands. They may not be great planners, but they are an incredible executor. They maneuver to find what they're looking for. For someone I'm hearing, this person could already have kids, okay, and they are teenagers. Yeah. Alright? So this could be the second marriage. Strong, fiery energy. Yeah, charming, attractive. Staying at one place is too difficult for them. They're all about shifts, movement, changes, trying something new, not afraid to take risks. Sometimes their decisions and choice may shock people around them because it requires courage to move in that direction. But they are ready to take that risk. Your marriage will be an exciting journey. Together you will discover and be a part of and create beautiful things. They are certainly bold and ever ready to learn new things. A seeker who enjoys learning, even if it's about something out of the blue. But they like to read and keep themselves updated. Okay? Your spouse has the ability to take on different roles with grace. They can multitask efficiently, and they get things done without feeling burdened or pressured. You know, they have a good social network, contacts and people to be more productive, and to take care of their job. So if you have trusted them with a project or give them a task, you don't have to worry about it. So sometimes, because of doing multiple things at the same time, they may get exhausted physically. They would still complete their job. Their routine or schedule could be busy overall. Normally it would be busy, but I feel they still try to balance their personal and professional life in a really good way. Okay, so you will not have to complain, although you will be concerned about their health, and you will admire their management skills, whether it's about their work or being present at home, not making you feel like you have to do everything all by yourself. Okay, their date of birth could be 1, 11, 21, 19, 29, 15, 18, 8, 6, or 4. Alright? You could meet your spouse in the summer season, or you will get married around that time. Okay, March to June, July, depending on where you live. But I'm seeing the summer season is going to be important. Alright, so that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonates, if you enjoy this reading, please don't forget to like, comment to let me know how this applies to your story. And if you are new, please subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. I'm sending lots of love and light to you. Take care.